there's a big storm coming. And when I knew that was going to be the title of this video, I did wonder what people might think. Was I going to be talking about American politics? Was there some drama going on in my life? But no, it's literally just a big storm that's coming to Ireland where I live. So let me just show you on the phone what we're talking about. So red storm, I don't think that's Éowyn, I think that's like Éowyn. Gale to storm force southerly winds becoming westerly with extreme damaging and destructive gusts in excess of 130 kilometers an hour. Danger to life, extremely dangerous traveling conditions, unsafe working conditions, although I literally just sit in an office, so I'm probably okay as long as the roof doesn't come off. Shouldn't joke about these things because it is a pretty bad storm. So I thought today, before that storm comes, I would go and get prepared. Get some supplies in just in case the electric goes down. Get the dog out for a long walk before tomorrow because she's not going to want to go out in that weather. And yeah, just generally get on with it. So I thought I'd come out to Salt Hill because Riley loves walking out. Don't you, Riley? Yeah, she really doesn't care. She just wants to get out of the car. The only mistake I've made is I've come out to Salt Hill. The storm is tomorrow, but the weather is pretty miserable. It's very grey. It's not raining right now, but I suspect it will be very soon. And I've bought a camera that's not waterproof. So I'm not sure how much we're going to be able to film outside while we're walking, but we'll see what happens. So the weather is not quite as bad as I first thought it would be. It's not raining. It's very windy though. But even in January, this is such a nice place to come for a walk. So Riley's happy, she doesn't care what I'm doing. So look at this, it's a January, it's miserable, there's a big storm coming tomorrow, and yet Salt Hill is still such a nice place to come for a walk. If I could live closer to Salt Hill, I would love to do that. It's just freaking expensive. Anyway, we'll probably get down on the beach in a minute because Riley loves that. So I'm certainly not dressed for the beach, and it's definitely not beach weather, but Riley absolutely loves it on here. As you can see, she's going hunting for seaweed to eat. She won't go in the sea. That's the only annoying thing. She gets close to the water. Oh God, I better step away in my trainers. She'll get close to the water and then she'll do what I just did when she hears the sound of the waves. She's just not interested in it at all. I don't know why. And before the dog police get in touch, because any time you put your dog on the internet, someone has a moan. She's on the lead because if I take her off, she won't always come back when I call her. And she's not dangerous, she's not going to bite anyone, but you just don't want her running up to someone that doesn't like dogs. So that's why she's on the lead. Anyway, as you can see, she's having the time of her life looking for seaweed. So every now and again with my inside voice, I tell myself that one day I'll jump off of here. This is Black Rock in Salt Hill. No one here today because the weather's terrible, and hopefully no one here tomorrow either. But in the summer, oh God, dog's pulling me. Loads of people jump off this. Like even just looking at it now, like the height would just terrify me. I think Riley wants to go and jump on it. But yeah, it'd be one of those things to kind of tick off. I just don't think I've got the balls to do it. Also, I can't really swim properly. Like if you asked me to swim across the length of a hotel swimming pool, I could probably do it, but in the sea, not so much. But one day, you never know. Time to head back. I think she's had enough, and plus it's starting to rain. I don't want to wreck this camera. Also, I realised today that actually walking and talking is not actually that bad, but walking and talking with a dog is not all that easy. There's been several times where I've had to retake, but it's fair enough, right? It's her walk, that's the reason I'm at her in the first place. Anyway, let's get back to the car. She has her own little bowl that we keep in the car in case she's thirsty when we get back. My guess is she won't drink any of it. Come on, you gonna drink? Not gonna drink? Do you just want to get in the car? We get in the car, the weather's pretty bad. Come on, look. Don't drink anything. So typically, as soon as I turn the camera off, she started drinking, but she'll only ever have a tiny bit when we're out and about. When she gets home, she'll drink loads. I never know why that is. But you're just a strange dog, aren't you? Ready? Yeah. She just wants to get home. I need to get some supplies before the storm tomorrow. Let's get to the shop quick and then we'll head back. So as I was driving to the shop, I heard on the radio that the red warning has now gone from 12 p.m. tomorrow until 2 p.m. So things are going to be locked down for a little bit longer. I didn't want to do that thing where you panic and buy the whole store, but I still spent probably more than I needed to, including this. I was pretty hungry, needed something right now. £5. Absolute rip-off. Anyway, hopefully everybody stays safe. I'm going to drive home now and then just stay bunkered down until the storm is over tomorrow, and then we'll see how things are. So it is currently 4:30 in the morning. I've had to put a hat on because otherwise you'll see my bed hair. Not sure if you can hear the background noise, but it is proper windy. Can't sleep at the moment. Internet's gone, electric's gone. This is basically just being lit by my phone torch. So I'm going to make this quick because I don't want to drain my phone battery too much, but we're safe and sound, which is good. Hopefully no one's out in this. I just had to go out in the back garden because our dog went for the toilet and decided not to come back in, so I had to go and get her, and it was terrible. Only good thing for us is there's no damage or anything so far. Even the bins are still in one place, which is very lucky. They're propped up with like some compost bags or something, I think I did. There's a wire trailing from the roof, which means our sky dish is probably gone, but that's really not the end of the world. We can get that fixed later on, but yeah, I guess we'll see in the morning properly when it gets light how things are. So that last bit I recorded was on the early hours of Friday morning. It's now Monday morning and things are starting to get back to normal-ish for most people in Ireland. I know there's still some people without electric and water, so hopefully that comes back soon, because obviously it's not ideal situation to not have that for so many days. We got off pretty lucky, in all honesty. Our electric went down about 4 a.m. Friday morning, came back 11 a.m. Sunday, so just over 48 hours without it. We didn't have internet for most of that, no mobile signal either. We did have a bit of mobile signal the first day on Friday, and then it just went on Saturday. So we were kind of cut off, but like it really wasn't that bad. Like we were still able to go into town when there was electric in Galway. We had the fire on, so although the rest of the house was freezing, the front room was warm. We had food. We actually powered the air fryer off our electric car. So I was even able to cook Saturday and Friday night as well. So like, we did really get off quite lucky. Like we're all safe and sound. There was no major damage to the house. That electrical cable that I mentioned wasn't even from our house. I don't know where it's come from, but it's no good to anyone right now. The fence at the back, there's a couple of panels like snapped in half. Our gate is broken, but it's really not anywhere near as bad as it could be. There's people in the estate, like one person's got like a smashed windscreen from roof tiles falling off. Lots of people have got tiles off their roof. It's a pain to try and get roofers out now because obviously they're so busy. Like we did really get off quite lightly, so very thankful that I even had the Connacht Hotel in Galway give me one of their meeting rooms so I could do my deadline stream for the main YouTube channel I run as well. So even though I didn't have internet, I was still able to work for the most part. So yeah, very thankful for our situation. I know it's not been as easy for everyone else. And actually, talking about like not having internet for 48 hours, in some ways it was quite nice being out of the loop, like not having this constant stream of information, you know, that we have with the internet. Even Saturday night, we were sat around, family, fire on, few drinks, just having a chat. And the electric came on about 9 p.m. for about 5 minutes. Then it went off again till the next day. And my son even said like it was quite nice that we were just sat there chatting. He didn't want the electric to come back, which is not completely true because he's already been playing FIFA and stuff like that since. But I kind of got the point that we did things we wouldn't usually do. We weren't all locked on our phones watching TV and stuff like that. That being said, the learning should be to put the phone away a little bit more. I'm not sure that's what's actually going to happen. Like since I've had internet and everything back, I've been on it loads. But it just goes to show the addiction and the habit. Like the amount of times I went to check my phone, even though we had no way of getting any information because the internet was down, I still went and checked it so many times. Like, is it back? Have I got any messages and stuff like that? And it is a habit, it is an addiction. And I think the storm kind of showed that probably should get off it a little bit more. I'm not going to promise that I will, but even like putting the phone down in the morning, like not waking up and checking it, that's already probably a good start. You just don't need to see what's happening on social media first thing in the morning. It's usually negative anyway. So maybe I will try and do that a little bit, but reality is it probably won't happen. Also, I think we probably could have been better prepared for the storm or for something like that happening, like electric going off, like having a gas stove or something like that. And obviously these days, like everything's trying to go, like we've got an electric car, so we couldn't charge it at the house. Now, we were lucky to be able to go into town and charge it, but obviously part of the reason of having an electric car is to be able to do it at home. So that obviously cuts your transport a little bit. Loads of people got air to water, like heating for their houses now, so you can't do that with no electricity. yeah, everyone's going cashless, but for a time, the shops near us, the the card machines wouldn't work, so you had to pay cash. But none of the cash machines were working either, so people couldn't get cash out to buy stuff. So it just goes to show how much we kind of rely on this stuff. I know these kind of storms don't happen that often. Like this one is one of the worst that Ireland's seen, but when it does, it shows how stuck we are without kind of phones, electric, internet, and stuff like that. But I guess it's also 2025 and things move on. This is how it is these days. Anyway, I'm going to leave that video there. There'll be another one soon enough. Subscribe and all that good stuff. Hope you're doing well if you're in Ireland and you've been affected by the storms. Hopefully everything just gets back to normal soon enough. I know there's lots of debris and trees and power lines and stuff to fix, but fair play to everyone that's kind of working on that stuff. But yeah, subscribe. I'll catch you soon.